Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lean Shetty, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to the right, so that way you're notified every time I drop a new video. Ooh, y'all. Ooh. It's getting really hard to be consistent.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I woke up today and I was like, I don't want to do a video today.
I don't want to put on no makeup. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this.
It's like, this is so hard. Like, creating content is not easy, and trying to stay motivated through it is not easy. So I'm not gonna lie. I woke up really early today, and I stayed in bed for like 5 hours just scrolling on my phone. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm looking at my views, I'm looking at other creators' content that I aspire to be like, and I'm just comparing. I'm like, dang, like, I'm not good. I freaking suck. I suck. Like, I'm just like, this, don't nobody want to wake up and watch my shit. Like, what would make them want to click on my content? Like, what makes me stand out? What makes me more different from the other 50 million females on this app that create similar content? Like, what makes me different?
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, I'm a pretty girl, but sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel the prettiest. Like, I don't even like my makeup today. I don't like my hair today. I don't like nothing about this look. Today is just not the day. I'm not gonna lie. Like, today is not the day.
What?
And then, yeah, like, I just don't feel confident all the time. So to put on a face of makeup and prop this camera up and start recording, especially when you don't feel confident, it takes some adjusting. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to film a video today. Like, I just was having a woe is me pity party. Like, this morning, I just was talking to myself so negative. And I don't know. I just felt like, to be honest, what I want to do in this space, like, I want to bring more authenticity. I want to bring more authenticity to the space. Like, when people click on my content, I want them to feel motivated. I want them to feel beautiful. I want them to feel inspired. I want them to feel just ready to attack the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, every time I prop this camera up, I feel like I go into this mode. Like, I don't know. Like, my first 2 videos, I feel like I was trying so hard to be perfect. So I put on this perfect little voice. I had my perfect little style, like my hair, my makeup. Like, I would spend like an hour on my makeup, an hour on my hair, then an hour just trying to make the video perfect, that I feel like I wasn't being my authentic self. And that was kind of taken away from the message that I'm taken away from the person that I told myself I want to be. I don't see a lot of girls that look like me, especially in the space of beauty, in the space of just, I don't know, content creation. Like, I don't see a lot of Black girls with locks that is just trying to be themselves. Like, I'm not trying to fit in. I just want to be me, and I want to be liked for being me. And I want to push a message to other young girls or older women, like, to be themselves. And when I was looking back at my content, I'm like, Lean, you're not even being yourself at all. Like, you got your ego. Like, my ego be through the roof sometimes, and sometimes I need to get checked for it. But yeah, my ego be through to dang, I cannot say that word. I cannot say this statement. My ego be through the roof because I have this outlook of what I want to be, what I want to sound like. I should say, excuse me, who I want to be, what I want to sound like, what I want to look like. And when I play back my content, I don't see that. So I just was having a pity party this morning. Like, I was like, man, maybe this ain't for me. Like, I was on Indeed looking up different type of jobs. Like, I was just like, this content creation is not for me. I'm seeing like all these people that's telling me like, post your content. Like, I posted my content and it changed my life. Like, that's all I'm seeing on my For You page on TikTok. And I know TikTok, you know, whatever you spend time on the most, that's what they're going to show you the most. So like, I'm just on my TikTok scrolling. I'm just seeing all these videos like, post your content, change my life. But I'm like, I'm posting my content. I've been doing this for years. Like, I'm a photographer and videographer by trade. I didn't go to school for it. I learned from my boyfriend, and then we kind of just picked it up and just was like, you know what, we're going to step in entrepreneurial space and we just going to be, you know, that banging photography and videography couple. And, you know, that's how I dived into content creation. But the content game has changed, man. It has changed. Like, to keep up with these trends, to keep up with these edits, to keep up with these freaking, I don't even know, like, it's just so much, it's so different than what it used to be. It's kind of depressing. Damn. I must be talking to Sarah because my throat just got dry. Ooh. But it's kind of depressing because I don't know, like, you just sit there, you just like one day, you know, you on top, and then the next day you look and you at the bottom. Like, I'm trying to come up for air because I'm like, dang, this is hard. And it just makes you feel like you suck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I suck. I feel like my content isn't resonating. I feel like I'm not even good at creating my content. I feel like I'm not telling my story the way I need to tell my story for other people to resonate. I don't know, like, I just don't feel like it's hitting the way it need to hit. And then I was talking to my boyfriend this morning, and he told me, like, Lynn, you just not being you. Like, you're not expressing you through your content. Like, I can't feel you. Like, the essence of you is missing. And I'm just like, I don't get that. Like, what do you mean? Like, when I turn on the camera, I study my content that I want to talk about. So like, if I turn on the camera and I know I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome, for example, I make sure that I read up on what that even means, so that way I'm able to articulate that to y'all. So I'm like, I don't get what you mean. Like, I'm spending the hours and sleepless nights trying to make sure I'm delivering good content. But he's like, yeah, you doing all that, baby, but you're not being you. Like, I don't feel you through your content. And I'm not gonna lie, as an Aquarius, constructive criticism, I don't like that. I don't like that. Just tell me I'm doing a good job, baby, and keep going. And he did tell me I'm doing a good job, because at least I'm being consistent and I'm not letting my doubt stop me. However, he's like, baby, you're just not being you. Like, you just not being yourself. And people are not going to be able to relate to your content or want to click on your content if you're not being yourself. So I just sat there and I was like, dang.
Come on now, dog.
Okay. I gotta be me. So who is Lean? Lean is goofy. She's not perfect. She doesn't articulate herself the best, you know, but that's Lean. Like, so me trying to overcompensate for where I fall short in is making me seem, I don't know, I'm just gonna say it, fake. So I want to apologize if it seemed like I'm all over the place. Sometimes I get really scatterbrained. Like, that's another trait of an Aquarius. Or I'm not even gonna blame my Aquarius. That might be a trait of me. I get all these thoughts in my mind, and they just start racing. They start fighting each other. Like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. So I just start losing my train of thought, and then I'm like on a new subject, and I'm like, girl, you didn't even finish your last point. And it's because I'm so scatterbrained. Like, my mind just be everywhere, and then I'm trying to be perfect, and I'm trying to make sure I'm like being concise, not talking too much. So it's like I have so many points in my head, and me just trying to make sure I get it out and I convey the message to y'all. Like sometimes I may sound like I'm random. It may sound random. Just bear with me, y'all. This is just one of my, I'm not gonna say many challenges, but this is one of my this is one of the shortcomings of me. I sometimes get scatterbrained. So I want to rewind a little bit. I want to go back to when I was talking about this morning. My boyfriend's mom, I don't know if she overheard my conversation with my man, but she sent me a video on Instagram from Ayana Vincent. And basically Ayana Vincent was talking about how you shouldn't complain. Like, stop complaining. You have to just take accountability for where you are in your life and move forward. You have to be able to visualize where you want to be and start making the steps to get there. And at first when I watched that, it like really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just wanted to to throw hands. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why that pissed me off. I don't know if it's because it was like an insecurity. Like, I felt like she was like listening to me this morning. She might not have even heard me talking to my boyfriend, but I just felt like like what? Like, I'm not even complaining. Like, I'm venting. Like, there's a clear difference. So I got defensive. I didn't even respond to her. So if you watching this, mama, sorry. I didn't even want to respond because I'm like, how do I respond to that? Like, I see all these gurus and I see all these, motivational speakers talking about, oh, you got to be able to visualize where you want to be. And they're just always saying all this good stuff. And I feel like when you're in the midst of it, you don't want to hear that. It's like, I know I have to stay grounded. I know I have to do the work. I know I have to set my goals. I know I have to be able to see myself in the place of where I want to be. I know that. But to like say like don't complain about it, I don't feel like, when people speak about what they're going through is complaining. I look at it as like it's a open space for dialogue and it's an open space to vent. And I think that's completely fine. Like, I feel like why can I ain't gonna lie, maybe I felt triggered as well because when I was in college, I remember my track coach, she was like, dang, Lean, you're such a complainer. And I'm like, who's she talking to? Who complaining? I'm just stating issues that I have with either the team, workouts, our gear. I'm just stating just concerns, and you're calling me a complainer. So I'm just like, so I'm not gonna lie. When that happened to me, I literally shut down. Like, I stopped venting. I stopped telling people about when stuff bothered me. I just was like, you know what? I'm just not going to complain because I don't want to be a complainer. I'm going to just shut up because that's clearly what you wanted me to do, right? So I shut up. And I learned that that's not good either. Like, I don't never want to stop being me just because somebody else may look at it as or demonize or, stereotype something based off of what they believe you are. Like, I'll never want to like change myself again because of that. So when I saw the post this morning and it was saying stop complaining, I was like, how about we just embrace where we are? Like, it's okay to complain about your situation because that's normal. Like, nobody's going to be happy 24/7. I'm not going to wake up as an entrepreneur, look at my bank account in the negatives and be like, you know what? I just got to get out there and keep working hard and my accounts ain't going to be in the negative. No, I'm looking at my account in the negatives. I'm thinking to myself like, dang, I'm putting so much work in. And this is beyond like YouTube. Like, yeah, I be working, I be on go, okay? Like, I make my money, I do what I need to do, but sometimes you gonna fall short. And within you falling short, it's a normal response to just be like, dang, like, Like, I'm working, I'm doing it, I'm visualizing, I'm meditating, I'm staying grounded, I'm making sure I'm righteous, I'm not doing nobody wrong. But it feel like life is still a result of something you doing wrong. Like, it just feels like that. So you might complain. You might complain for sure. Like, I'll be complaining. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll complain for an hour. Like, I'll be like, man, I suck, or my content don't look like this person's content, or I'm just gonna give it up. Like, what's the point? Don't nobody care about what I gotta say. I'm gonna do all of that because it's normal. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna be like, okay, girl, you got it out. You had a pity party for about 3 hours this morning. You were supposed to get up, do your content. You was hyped last night. Like, girl, you went to sleep last night. Like, you gonna wake up, you gonna do your content. And then you woke up this morning like, I don't want to do it. So it's like, okay, I had my pity party. But guess what? I have to be able to crawl myself out of that pity party. And that's where I feel like part of the message from what Ayana Vasan was saying, don't stop complaining. Like, okay, maybe we need to change the term. Like, it's okay to acknowledge where you are. Let's not say it's complaining, because some people might look at it as complaining. But I feel like it's okay to vent. It's okay to let out whatever you need to let out, release it, and then get up and do what you got to do. Because and everything ain't gonna be peaches and strawberries and happy fancy rainbows, and every day you ain't gonna just have this amount of money in your bank account. Your husband might be acting up, your kids might be getting on your nerves. Whatever your situation might be, you might want to, I don't know, like, you trying to finish school, but it feel like every time you get in there, it just getting harder and harder. Whatever your situation is, you're gonna find a point where you might be looked at as a complainer. Okay, you just can't stay there. You just can't live in that space. And I felt like, I don't know, I just feel like it's okay to just acknowledge where you are. And sometimes I feel like I'll be like, and I know, and y'all, I'm not perfect. So I may come on here and make it look like I got all the answers. I don't. I'm trying just like you. Y'all can see my views in real time. I'm not just some superstar. I don't just have these super, interesting videos. Sometimes what y'all would consider it flops. I don't have it all. I don't have all the answers. But one thing I do know is, in order to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself, you just gotta stay consistent and you gotta keep trying. As long as you wake up every day and put your best foot forward, it's gonna work out. Now, when does that happen? I don't know. Because your girl is tired of her accounts hitting a negative.
So God, if you hear me,
I need a fat stack of my account right now, okay? Like, I'm tired of my accounts in the negatives. But as long as I keep trying, as long as I keep putting my best foot forward, my tribe will find me. My end goal in all of this is to be a motivational speaker. Like, one of my favorite motivational speakers is Eric Thomas. And I might be a lot of y'all's favorite motivational speakers. Like, when I was in college, I would turn him on before I'd be about to compete. I would shut out everybody in the whole arena. I would literally like take a nap before my event and just listen to Eric Thomas the whole time. And I get up and I just get out there and I do what the heck it is I got to do. And for a long time, I didn't know that this was the space I wanted to walk in. I would just be like, I am in content creation. I've been doing this for like 7 years. What is it? Like, how do you want to define yourself in your content? And one of the ways that I want to do that is I want to be able to motivate somebody to be their best selves, especially when they feel like they can't pick themselves up, or they feel like life is just beating them over the head with a shovel. And I say that a lot. And I don't know what it feels like to get beaten over the head with a shovel. And in my imagination, I can guess that doesn't feel good. So I want to be able to be somebody that you click on and be like, damn, let me just see what she got to tell me today. Because whatever she got to tell me today is right on time. Like, she got a message for me. And that's what I want to be. Like, I don't know. That's a part of me that it just make me feel good. And regardless of who this reaches and who this touches, I just want to change somebody's life. And Eric Thomas did that for me. Like, he did that in a lot of situations. And I can't thank that man enough, because if he never put out his content, if he never did what it is that he had to do, if he just allowed the self-doubt to kick in a little bit longer, if he just decided to be like, you know what, I'm not good enough, I'm gonna give up, I wouldn't be here or be a product of him. So that's what I said I wanted to do, and that's my end goal. So that's the you know, that's the bigger picture of all of this. And yeah, y'all, and within that journey, you gon' feel how you feel. You gon' sometimes feel like you suck. You gon' sometimes feel like you a failure. The world gon' make you feel like you ain't achieved this, and this because you don't got a house. You ain't got this fancy car sitting out in your driveway. You don't have this amount of figures in your bank account. You don't got this amount of clothes and jewelry and shoes and da 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 da. Yeah, the world's gonna make you feel like that. But at the end of the day, you just have to look past all of that and just keep going. Like, nothing came easy. When you was learning how to walk as a kid, you had no inkling or no self-doubt. You just knew, like, okay, and part of my growth, this is innate in you. In order to get to the next step, I gotta learn how to walk. Like, this is not something that was thought about. This is something that was done. This was an action done by you, because deep down inside of you, you knew you had to do it. In order to, when you're running and you feel like, there go my scatterbrain again, y'all. Y'all, it's me versus my scatterbrain. Oh my gosh. It likes to kick in and kick me down, but it's okay. Okay. So yeah, y'all, let me know down in the comments if there's anybody that's feeling like this. Like, let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a Discord. Let's have a back and forth. Like let me know what y'all going through. What's stopping you from becoming the best version of you? I don't know. Like, and I think the biggest thing for me is just the self-doubt and the self-criticism. Like, I critique myself so hard. Like, I be like, girl, you didn't hit the mark this week. Your content not looking like the way you want it to look. And it's causing me to just like want to just revert in my shell and just not do anything. Like, I want to just go get a little 9 to 5. And that's even hard to do, because I ain't gonna lie, I be scrolling on Indeed and I be looking up some jobs and I'm like, dang, I don't meet none of these requirements. So girl, you just gonna have to thug it out and stick it out with what you doing right now, because that's looking like that's not even an easy option unless I go work in a warehouse. And I told myself I ain't doing that no more. So this has to work. And if you're in the Houston area and you're looking for a photographer, holla at your girl. Instagram is LENEBEAN_. Lean Bean, because yeah, book your girl. But yeah, I've just gotta quit the self-doubt, quit the self-pity, and just do it. Like, and that's just the overall message of this video. Like, I didn't really have like a whole topic of what I wanted to discuss in this video. I just wanted to come on here and release, and I just literally let whatever come out. Like, I let God use me as a vessel today. I call it like just my rant session. Like, I just been ranting. Like, I just had to get this out, because I don't want to come across as like something that I'm not. And something that I am is a real person trying to navigate through life, just like I know a lot of y'all are. So my message in this video is to keep going, stay consistent, even when your thoughts and just overall energy is low. Like, it's okay. Like, I may not know what the outcome of this particular video is going to be, but I do know that the more I do this, the more I allow myself to be vulnerable, the more I allow myself to show up for y'all and create a safe space for y'all, the more I do that, the better I'll be. You just get better with experience. The more you do something, you're just going to become better. Like the first time I picked up a camera, I was trash. I was trash. And now, I ain't going to lie, your girl pretty good with it. And I'm not going to let nobody take that away from me, because that is something that I learned. That is something that I spent countless of hours doing and perfected. And now I'm at a space where I am so good at it. I'm going to boost myself up. My ego going to be high about my photography. Like, that just period, point blank. Like, I'm good because I put in the work. So for me to step into this space of content creation, of motivational speaking, of trying to be this person that you want to click on when you see my thumbnail, for me to be that, I just got to put the work in, and I can't complain. I mean, I could complain, but I just got to just be able to not allow myself to be swallowed up in that and swallowed up. See, my intrusive thoughts wasn't at that point, but I just can't allow myself to be swallowed up in that space. And I just got to allow myself to just keep going, regardless of what that looked like, whether there's a smile on my face, a frown, tears coming down my eyes. Just keep going. Just keep going. Put right in front of left and keep going. I can't even imagine if I would have just did this 3-4 years ago, where I would be right now. Like, I don't know. So I'm here now, and it is what it is. And I'm just going to keep going. I visualize where I want to be. I told y'all who I want to be. And now you just going to watch me do that. And that's the same thing for y'all. Like, I challenge y'all to do the same thing. Like, whatever it is you want to do in your life, just keep going. Like, if sometimes it may feel like it ain't working right now, and it may not be. Man, I felt like I was about to take y'all to church, and then my camera done shut off on me. Like, my camera don't even want to see me win. Like, oh, because I hate it, because I had a point. Now I'm off my point, and I don't even know where the heck I was. And I guess it just fits in with the narrative. I don't know. Like, I think I was on the point where keep going. And regardless of the outcome, just keep going. You don't know where you'll be in 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years. It's not going to come easy. It's going to give you a fight. It's going to be like at your edges. Like, it's going to be pulling your ear. You know, it's going to be a fight. And it is what it is. Just keep going. And y'all got to tell myself this every day. I just got to keep going. And the more I just do this, I'll see the results. So that's where I'm at with it, y'all. And that's my message today. It wasn't really just a whole profound message. It just was, this is where I am in my journey. And y'all, it's not because I just dropped, this is my 3rd YouTube video. It's not because of that. I'm feeling like this because I'm doing content across multiple platforms. So the frustration is running deep. It's deep. I got a beef with every platform: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. I got beef with all y'all. But yeah, I don't know. Like, just keep going and push through whatever adversities you may face. If somebody tells you no, keep going till they tell you yes. It may seem like it's annoying or whatever. Just keep going. I remember when I first applied to my internship to come to Atlanta, I wanted to move to Atlanta so bad. And I had an internship to do. And I was like, oh, this be the perfect thing. Like, that step right there will get me to Atlanta, because the internship had to be 3 or 4 months in my major. So I was like, okay, if I could get into an internship in Atlanta, that's perfect, because once I'm done, I already pretty much be moved in. So I applied at a couple internships in Atlanta. A lot of people just be leaving you on red. A lot of people just be wasting your time. Like I was putting in application after application after application for an intern, and I was getting turned down. So there's one particular internship I emailed him, and he was like, nah, he's not taking no more interns. I was like, oh my God. I felt like I don't know, I just felt like all hope was lost. Like, so I just filled out some more internships from other places. I got in Baton Rouge, and I didn't want to be in Baton Rouge. I went to school in Louisiana, but I didn't want to be in Louisiana no more. I didn't want to be there no more. So I just was like, wow. And the guy that I emailed was one of my first internships that I applied for in Atlanta, Georgia. So I was like, dang, he already told me no. So after I got denied by like 4 or 5 more, and I got left on red on a couple of those emails, I was just like, you know what? Let me spin the block. I don't care. Maybe, I don't know. Let me just ask him. Like, I know I got an internship, so that's my backup plan. Like, I did what I had to do. I secured me an internship. But let me just spin the block and let me just see, like, okay, you just never know. So I spun the block. I typed in my email, and this man said, yeah, come out, come visit. I am taking more interns. I was like, in my mind, I was confused. I was like, you literally emailed me like a month ago and said you wasn't taking interns. But I'm like, I don't care. This man said he's taking interns, just pull up, whatever. So I drove 8 hours. I pulled up to Atlanta, and I visited the site, and he was just like, he didn't ask me no questions. I'm thinking I got to go through an interview process, because most of my internships I had, most of the interns I was applying for, you have to go through an interview process. So I'm thinking I got to go through an interview process. So I'm nervous. I'm like, dang, I got to land this intern. This is just the last like result for me to get in. So I get there, and he just shows me around. At the end, he was like, so in the fall, we'll see you. And I'm like, what the heck? I didn't say nothing. I got in my car, and I was just like, thank you, God. Like, oh my gosh. I was so happy. And I was just thinking to myself, like, dang, I didn't even have to interview or nothing. Like, I just got it. And y'all, I just was so proud of myself. And that was like a big message to me then. Like, what if I would have just gave up? What if I just would have just went to Baton Rouge, did my intern, and just stayed in Louisiana, whatever? I just thought to myself, like, I knew where I didn't want to be. I knew where I wanted to go. I saw myself being in Atlanta, Georgia. I visualized it. I got told no so many times. And then I finally heard a yes. And y'all, I started praise dancing. I was so happy. And that's just what I want to leave y'all off with. Like, no matter how many times you told no matter if it just looked like everything is just flopping, nothing is working, you just put it right in front of left, and it's just still not making sense, just keep going. Spin the block if you have to. Do whatever it is you got to do. Whatever it is. If you got to turn on Eric Thomas to get your content out, if you got to email, what, girl? If you gotta call your spouse, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, have them give you a pep talk. If you gotta dance it out, twerk it out, go on a walk, whatever, just do it. And then do it, whatever it is you gotta do, keep going, and it's gonna all work out. So yeah, that's just what I'm gonna leave y'all with today. So hopefully this video was, I don't know, hopefully it touched somebody, and hopefully we could continue to have these conversations. I want y'all to interact with me. Let's get the engagement up, because y'all, YouTube, they only all these platforms only mess with you when your engagement is up. So get me some engagement. If y'all want to see me win, just leave a comment. It's free. Like, a like is free. A subscribe is free. So just leave me a comment. Just like it. I seen somebody the other day, they disliked one of my videos, and I was like, okay then. But I didn't even care. I didn't even let it stress me out, because I have to realize I'm not gonna be liked by everybody, and that's okay, because it's the space I'm entering. So it is what it is. I just want to be real, and I just want to be authentic. So leave me a comment. Like, it don't have to be long. It could just be something as simple as, keep going, girl. Like, I need something. So yeah, let's keep pushing this content through the algorithms, and let's get it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, y'all can watch my first and second video. They alright. They ain't my best work, but moving forward, I promise you I will be better. So, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like this video could resonate with anybody, go ahead and send it, share it. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Let's keep the conversation going. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, 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 bye. I gotta find a way to end my videos. I be feeling so freaking, what do you call it? Like awkward, just being like, but yeah, for real, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Deuces. Is that lame? Deuces, do people too? Anyways.